Have you ever noticed that some older adults can be surrounded by family, living in a full house, and still feel deeply lonely? Psychology says older adults experience loneliness most deeply, not when they're physically alone, but when they feel emotionally forgotten. This kind of loneliness is silent. It doesn't always show on the outside. Sometimes it looks like a smile at the dinner table. Sometimes it sounds like, "I'm fine." But deep down, many older adults carry a pain that few people truly understand. Today, we'll uncover the psychology behind why older adults often feel lonely even when surrounded by people, and what this reveals about human connection. Part 1. Loneliness is not about being alone. Most people think loneliness simply means being by yourself, but psychology tells us something different. Loneliness is not the absence of people. It is the absence of meaningful connection. An older adult can sit in a room filled with children, grandchildren, noise, and laughter, yet still feel completely invisible. Why? Because what humans truly need is emotional presence. Being physically near someone is not the same as feeling emotionally seen. This is why some elderly people feel more isolated in crowded homes than when quietly sitting by themselves. Part 2. The pain of feeling forgotten. As people grow older, their world often changes. Friends pass away. Careers end. Children grow up and build their own lives. Suddenly, the roles that once gave them purpose begin to fade. Psychologists call this social identity loss. For decades, they may have been the provider, the caregiver, the decision maker, the person everyone needed. Then one day, they feel like no one really needs them anymore. This creates one of the deepest emotional wounds, the feeling of being forgotten. And nothing hurts more than feeling like your presence no longer matters. Part 3. Why emotional neglect hurts more with age. As people age, emotional sensitivity often becomes stronger, not weaker. Older adults become more aware of small signs. A phone call that never comes. A short reply. Being ignored in conversation. These moments may seem small to younger people, but psychologically, they carry enormous emotional weight. Why? Because older adults often become more reflective. They think deeply about relationships, memories, and meaning. When emotional connection fades, it creates a painful question. Did I matter to the people I gave my life to? That question can be heartbreaking. Part 4. The silent signs of deep loneliness. Many older adults never openly say they feel lonely. Instead, loneliness shows up in subtle ways. Repeating stories just to keep conversation going. Calling people for small reasons, simply to hear another voice. Withdrawing quietly. Saying, "Don't worry about me." These are often not just habits. They can be silent cries for connection. Psychology shows that many elderly people hide loneliness because they don't want to feel like a burden. And this silence makes their pain even deeper. Part 5. What older adults truly need. The solution is rarely grand gestures. It's simple emotional presence. A real conversation. A moment of undivided attention. Asking about their memories. Listening without rushing, making them feel heard. To an older adult, 5 genuine minutes can mean more than expensive gifts, because what they crave most is not attention. It is significance. They want to know, I still matter. One of the saddest truths in psychology is this. A person can survive many hardships, but feeling forgotten by the people they love can break the human spirit. Older adults do not fear silence. They fear invisibility. So, if you still have parents, grandparents, or elderly loved ones, call them. Listen to them. Let them feel seen. Because sometimes, the greatest gift you can give someone is simply your presence. And remember, people rarely forget how you made them feel. If this message touched you, leave a comment saying, "They still matter." And subscribe to Lifestyle Updates for more psychology insights and life-changing truths.